Hey, EC here. Instead, I want to talk about Nintendo Amiibo and why Nintendo Amiibo survived the sort of crash of Toys to Life games that happened in the late 2010s and why they're still being made today. So, for those who don't know, Amiibo went up against other companies with like Disney Infinity, Skylanders, and Lego Dimensions, and yet Amiibo is the one that is still being made today. And these other games, they're long dead. No, there's not been new updates for most of them, I believe, until since like 2017. So, why does this happen, and how did Amiibo survive? Now, Amiibo, first of all, is mainly focused on video game characters. From what I've seen, it's all characters that have games on Nintendo platforms, from what I know, and that's why I feel like a lot of people wanted to buy Amiibos. The figures were also a lot more higher quality than what you could get with other Toys to Life games, and the figures worked across multiple different games or unlocked different features within different games if you had the right Amiibos, as well as there being games like Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, which the game's not the best, but obviously that game came bundled with Amiibos. Chibi Robo Ziplash, not a great game, but it came bundled with an Amiibo. Like, there are reasons to actually buy Amiibos because they were collectible figures that, as well as adding functionality to games, they just looked nice on a shelf and they were quite high quality figures. Whilst with brands like Disney Infinity, Skylanders, and Lego Dimensions, they had obviously various different issues. Skylanders, for example, only had notable characters of Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, which obviously, if you weren't born in the 90s or early 2000s, you probably didn't even know who they were. You also had Lego Dimensions had an issue where they had to license so many different IPs to try and make the game keep up with the likes of Disney Infinity Amiibo and Skylanders. So obviously they were just trying to keep up by licensing all these characters, which obviously had a huge cost. And Disney Infinity, they sort of split the games into three different ways. We had like the first game being like Disney and Pixar worlds. The second game being like Marvel worlds, and the third game being Star Wars worlds, which didn't really help when you couldn't use characters across for all games into each other's play sets and each other's worlds. Now, Amiibo, there's some restrictions with Amiibo, but also just genuinely, they're just fun to collect. People enjoy collecting Amiibos. They are high quality figures. There's multiple games that use them across many different systems. Because I think with the Amiibos, you can use them across the Wii U, 3DS, and Switch. There are games across all of the platforms that use those figures, and like we've just seen like Donkey Kong Bonanza is getting a new Amiibo for Donkey Kong, which shows Nintendo is still interested in investing in the brand of Amiibo. Amiibo is still relevant, Amiibo is still profitable for Nintendo, and it's still worth them doing, and that's actually why they've actually survived. It's profitable, fans love it, and it's just relevant. It's still relevant to many collectors and even just fans in general of Nintendo who want to own like these little figures of these iconic characters. Compared to, say, like Disney Infinity, Lego Dimensions, or Skylanders, most people don't really care about those games anymore, largely because these games haven't had updates in, 2017 was when they last had a new release or new DLC or whatever. And with Amiibo, they keep making new ones because they're still relevant. And fans still want to have these figures. They still want to collect these figures and have them as part of their collection. I don't know, why Disney and Lego and that don't try and bring these games back. They might do in the future. But I feel like Amiibo is like the example they need to follow because Nintendo clearly knows how to make this work, Even with less known characters and figures from the games that they've obviously made Amiibos for, they still clearly sold well enough to actually get Amiibos. So it's just interesting to see. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, turn notifications. I've been EC, and I'm signing out. Peace.